Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So today's video I thought I would show you some books that you could read on the beach, because it is summertime and most people are just chilling on the beach, which is something that you do. So I thought I'd give you some book recommendations to do that. So the first one is The Summer of Broken Rules. This book you've probably heard a lot about, mainly last year, and I read this recently and it was such a fun, fast-paced summer read, obviously. So this is about Meredith, and her twin sister passed away and she's trying to, not get over it, but like heal from that. And so her family go away to a beach house, and that is where she meets this boy, and her and her family's playing this game of assassin, and so you're seeing them playing that, but then also Meredith healing, and there's some friend drama, there's fun moments, there's like healing. It's just a fun time, and I love the fact that there's like a game within it, because obviously that's summery sort of, because you play games in the summer. But yeah, absolutely love this, and I highly recommend it. I feel like this would be a great one just to sit on the beach by the ocean kind of thing. I mean, it's just gonna be a fun time. Next one is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. So I've talked about this quite a bit on my channel, but this is about Piper, and she is kind of like spoilt, if that makes sense, because her stepfather is rich, but she still acts childish. I think she's like in her 20s or whatever, but she's still partying, so she's still acting like a teenager, but she needs to grow up. So her stepfather and her mother's like, you know what, we're going to send you away to where her biological father used to live, and you've got to kind of like look after yourself, you've got to grow up. And so she ends up going to this small town. That is where she meets Brendan, and them two do not get along at all. It starts off as like an enemies to lovers thing, but Piper's sister also goes to that small town with her, and they learn more about like their father, and they learn different things about themselves. And obviously you get the romance between Piper and Brendan, which is amazing because it's an enemies to lovers, and I mean, you can't be an enemies to lovers. I mean, it's just so good. But I would highly recommend it. And yes, I forgot, Brendan is a fisherman, I believe. So it's definitely different from what I would normally read, like with the male's profession. I've never read a fish before, but this one was fun. Then following along from that is Hakkaline and Sinker, and this is Piper's sister Hannah's story. So this is Hannah, Piper's sister, and then this is Fox, Brendan's best friend. And in the first book you see them becoming friends, and then this is their book where you see that Hannah has come back to a small town from LA, and she's staying with Fox for a little while, and they believe that they should just stay friends, but they know they have feelings for each other, but they're like, it's best if they just stay friends because Fox is known as an F-boy. And so he's kind of like dealing with that, for the fact of he doesn't like to be known as that, and Hannah's like, what if he like messes me about, whatever. But it is definitely a fun time. I mean, friends to lovers, again, another thing you can't beat. I just think it was like such a fun, fast-paced read, and this is something also I highly recommend, obviously because it's in this video. Next one that you could read on the beach, this one's quite obvious, is Beach Read by Emily Henry. So this I'm planning on rereading, because personally when I read it I didn't really like it, but I feel like it was because I was really in the mood. But I feel like this could be a fun time. But if I remember correctly, it's about January and Gus, and they both have writer's block. So what they decide to do is they decide to switch genres of what they write, and you basically, reading their story of like them experimenting with different genres of them writing and stuff, but also falling in love. And it's just, I mean, it's an amazing concept. I just think the problem with me when I read it was the fact that I wasn't in the mood for it, and I just read it because it was like all like going round a lot at the time. But I don't know, I think I was rereading it this summer. Maybe I could do it when I go on holiday next week. Maybe I should do that too. That's a good plan. But yeah, I do recommend it, I should say that. Then from on to that is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is also another one I wasn't really a big fan of, but I would still recommend. So this is about Nora and Charlie, and they are, I believe, enemies to lovers. I can't really remember much about this, but I remember it being fun, so I'm going to quickly read the back a little bit. Nora is a cutthroat literary agent, and the top of her game. Her whole life is books. Charlie's an editor with a gift for creating bestsellers, and he's Nora's work nemesis. Nora has been through enough breakups to know she's the one men date before finding their happily ever after. To prevent another dating dud, Nora's sister persuades her to swap her city desk for a month's holiday in Sunshine Falls. It's a small town straight out of the romance novel, but instead of meeting sexy lumberjacks, handsome doctors, or cute bartenders, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie. She's no heroine, he's no hero, so can they take a page out of an entirely different book? See? It just sounds so fun. This is also another one I'm hoping to reread because I want to like it, and again, I think I just wasn't in the mood for it. I really want to like these books, so I am going to give them another go. Please don't go from the fact that I don't personally like it at the moment. Like I said, I'm going to reread it, but again, I would still highly recommend it because it's still a fun concept. So yeah, this is also another one you can read on the beach. And then obviously, You and Me on Vacation by Evelyn Henry. This one I actually did like. So this is about Poppy and Alex, and they were friends, and then they like lost contact with each other, and then one day Poppy decides to contact him again and ask if they want to go on their holiday that they used to go to all the time back when they was friends. Like every summer they would go on a holiday together, but obviously they haven't done that in years, and then Poppy just randomly messages him being like, do you want to go on the holiday? So that is this one. So obviously you're getting like some holiday thing in this book as well, which is obviously perfect for when you're reading on the beach or you're on your summer holiday. And then lastly is Flawless by Elsie Silver. So obviously this one is such a to be honest, I would recommend the whole series. So there's Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, and Reckless at the moment, and the 5th book is coming out soon, I think, which are called Hopeless. And so I'd recommend all these, but I'm just going to recommend this one because I feel like this is the most summery, and the second one too. So this book is about Summer and Rhett, and Rhett is obviously a bull rider, and he's quite popular for that. And then he says that he doesn't like milk, and obviously that's something that he was advertising, and then he gets like backlash from it. So his management, I believe, I could be wrong, I'm gonna say his management, but I could be wrong. But his management, who is Summer's father, has to obviously like fix the problem. But Summer's father decides to get Summer to basically babysit him, making sure that he doesn't do anything bad, make sure he doesn't do anything discriminating again, like he did with saying that he doesn't like milk. So then that's obviously what Summer does. Summer kind of like babysits him in a sense, and that is when you see their romance start to happen. But it's just such a fun, easy read, and again, this is something that I would highly recommend, that if you're going to take any book out of the books I've recommended you today, take this one. Take the whole series, please. I will never stop talking about this series. It's definitely one of my favourites, and it's just amazing. So those are all the books I have for you in this video. If you would like to see another book recommendation video, any type, any trope, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do it. I do want to do more book recommendation videos because they're fun. Let's just say that. I just love to recommend books, and especially my favourite books as well. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed or liked and watched until the end, make sure to leave this emoji. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you please like and subscribe if you want. It's free, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!